characters.
I didn't know either of these characters were still played in this game. Honestly, both of these characters are good, but just don't get out. Well, okay. Obviously, Olimar got a lot of attention at the beginning of Smash. Then he got the shield nerf, and a lot of people are very iffy about him now. And Mewtwo is one of those characters that got buffed. Oh, hold on. Oh, he just missed the second downer. That was almost sick.
You know what? Even if he got it, he would have had to get it a third one.
Third
probably.
time. Yeah, I think you're right. But Mewtwo got buffed, I want to say, when Joker came out, right?
He got buffed twice. He got buffed in 2.0 and 4.0.
Okay. Oh, he did get buffed in 4.
Yeah.
He got birthed in 4.0.
Yeah, he did. He really did.
He became a character in 4.0. It's
Someone
crazy.
at Nintendo really wants Mewtwo to be good.
Yeah. Mewtwo, like, I like Mewtwo as a character. He's one of those characters that I can't really describe his movement. It almost feels like you're playing a character that has like soap bars strapped to his feet. He just feels like slippery most of the time. And I feel like he's one of those characters where a lot of his aerials and just his general movement can be hard to get used to. But once you do, this character, he flows, dude.
So, as someone who mained Mewtwo for 2 years in Smash 4, I will tell you that his strengths are very apparent. His aerials are strong. He has great kill options. His weakness is that, well, we all know what it is. It's that he's big and floaty, and his disadvantage is garbage.
Yeah. One of his biggest problems, his tail hitbox got buffed heavily, though, didn't it?
Not heavily, but it's just not ridiculous anymore. It was just like obnoxious. You know, you couldn't play the character. You'd be a whole character length away and still get hit.
Yeah. Okay. So that was one thing really keeping Mewtwo out. But you're right. Mewtwo is a relatively strong character and does have a pretty good advantage state. Does have a pretty bad disadvantage state, but for the most part, I don't know. This character is just he's so new to me. This actually is like the second time I've even seen this character on stream.
Yeah, I think Mewtwo's going to need some optimization before he's... Because right now I think most people would put Mewtwo somewhere in mid-tier, right?
Whoa, hold on, wait a minute. Did he just confusion that smash attack back in Olimar?
Yeah, you can do that.
That's
I mean, it's a projectile.
sick, dude. I forget that you can just do that when it comes to... One of the sickest things that I learned when I tried playing Olimar for a bit, I tried playing against the Bayonetta, and I tried throwing a Pikmin at him, and then they witch time, and I was just witch timed for like 3 hours across the stage. I forget that this character just gets sometimes really hard punished with his Pikmin like that.
So Mewtwo has a really strong edge guarding game. He has just amazing aerials for it. He can mix up forward air, which will kill you at 70, 80 if he gets the hit out there, or back air, which just covers it, which is like a sword attack pretty much.
Yeah, and that floatiness aspect and just sort of that crisp movement that I was talking about earlier allows him to just be really threatening as a presence when he goes and tries to chase you off stage. He can sort of toy with you a little bit and make you believe that he's about to throw a Shadow Ball and then all of a sudden go for forward air.
And he also has side B as a mix-up, which stalls him in the air.
Exactly. Like, he's very, very threatening on stage.
Olimar died. I didn't... How?
He just exploded. Went back to Hokitate, grabbed a drink, came back, ready for round 2.
Is that a blue Pikmin? That
would be a blue Pikmin, yeah. How does that make sense?
Something I like about Olimar, and I guess Olimar mains, is when they have a blue Pikmin, it's like a cue to go for the grab. and it's good because it forces you to mix up your options. You know that a grab will kill. Whereas if you just have a kill throw, you got to consciously remember that. Hold up, let me play for a grab.
Well, yeah, a lot of what Olimar's strategy does sort of change on a dime, depending on what Pikmin you have. Oh, dude, character swap.
Yeah, I know. I noticed.
Okay, this is actually the first time I've seen an Alpha on stream.
So he just went from a low tier to a high tier, so let's see how this changes the matchup.
Dude, people were telling me that Alpha's such a dumb character in Pikmin 3, but I played Pikmin 3. I love Alpha, dude.
I've only played Pikmin 1.
Oh, yeah? You should play Pikmin. You should play all the Pikmins. They're fun. They're a lot
I
of fun.
have Pikmin 2.
I would highly recommend it, honestly.
No, it's a fun game. It has that Nintendo like creativity to it.
Got 2 Pikmin right now, the white Pikmin and the yellow. Trying to get in a position where he can just get some more, but he also has to get Cam off of him right now. That's one thing I really didn't mention. Do you know either of these players, Boo and Cam?
I do know Boo, local Olimar threat. Cam, unfortunately, if you're watching this, you got to make a name for yourself.
Make a Twitter account, bro. I'll follow you.
And he might not be local,
Yeah, he might not be. There are still a lot of people from St. Louis who are here because of Midwest Arena.
Yeah. So But Cam actually using the best Mewtwo skin, and he's going to get that side B fair confirm, which is true. But it only works in the air.
Now that's really okay. So everything about where Cam is right now is so scary. He's got a full Shadow Ball charge. He's right at the edge of the stage where he can throw you to back throw you or throw you up in the air, whichever one he chooses. And if you approach and he shields, you get smash attack.
Here's the thing. At this point, Boo has to seal out a stock, or that will happen. He was throwing throwing Pikmin, and while that's great against Mewtwo at low percents, if you give Mewtwo Rage, Mewtwo with Rage is a menace. I mean, he just died to back. Okay, yeah, he needs an aerial.
It's good. Yeah, I think Boo is going to have a pretty easy time racking up just sort of consecutive damage onto Cam on this stage because there's nowhere to hide. It's FD, you know? But it's going to get to that point where Cam can just sort of afford to stay near the ledge and be like, it's sort of like that RZI situation we saw, except times 10. Because RZI had one option he was going for, Cam has like 4.
And we're not seeing that much of the projectile game, probably because it would be in Olimar's favor. I mean, what's Mewtwo going to do? Charge Shadow Ball and threaten to throw it? If he does that, he's going to get a Pikmin latched onto him, or just clash with a Pikmin. And so he has to approach in this matchup.
Yeah, most of what Shadow Ball is right now is just sort of like sort of just area recognition and just sort of like pressure.
Nice parry to forward air.
Because now Boo knows at any point he can throw out Shadow Ball. It's not going to do much in neutral, but if he chases you down like I was talking about earlier, that's always a threat, 100%, and that's where Shadow Ball is going to be useful in this matchup.
So here we have the same situation as last stock, where most of Mewtwo's options will kill Olimar, but Olimar will have to be a little more. Is that a blue? That's a blue. Goodbye.
It's always like, you never realize it's a blue until 0.1 seconds until it happens.
Yeah, shout out to the Olimar players for realizing it before they go for the throw.
Also, shout out to Purple Pikmin, who now can move farther when he gets F smashed. Good job, man. He lost some weight, able to get more hang time out of that move.
The Purple Pikmin's canonical name is Monique.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Well, I went through this whole thing with, like, censored. It's like Monique, and then it's like Shaniqua. There's, like, it all depends on how many Purple Pikmin there are. You have to ask the man himself.
No, like, oh, wow. Gonna call out his getup.
Yeah, yep.
That was really close until he took his first stock, and then he just kind of cleaned him up.
I don't know what, yeah, he, like, got steamrolled there at the end. That was wild. Also, why does Blue Pikmin increase throw, canonically? Because, like,
oh, that I don't know. I mean, I've played Pikmin.
Yeah.